man.
The curls for the girls, the waves for the babes. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
yes, indeed, man. You know what I'm saying? About the let me hit this first little bong rip real quick.
Nah, you good, brother. You good. Take your time.
Yes, indeed, man.
Just reporting live from Babylon with my guy, Mr. Knock Knock, and
Oh,
yours truly, Mr. Killer.
oh shit, you already know it. Live from the Babylon, man.
You know what I'm saying? Babylon the Great, the
I
great
just
whore.
uh, I just sent you a clip where the little chick in Africa was talking to the African dude, and he was the Americans are not they're not of us. If you've been in America for 300 years, you are
I
American.
seen that.
Yeah,
I seen that shit. What part of Africa was that from, though?
talking about we'll do the revolt on our own. Motherfucker, do you not understand us being in America still influence the world?
But this is the thing, and this is one thing that's fucked up that they don't never give niggas props for. The African American human, the so-called African American black man is the most plagiarized human being species in the world. Because look, what they don't want to tell you is if you go to Africa, if you go to any one of these places that have any type of American influence, when you go in there, you will see a nigga with a Yankees cap in the middle of the jungle
Yeah,
talking
listening,
about what's popping.
reciting Tupac lyrics.
Straight up talking about what's popping with you. You feel what I'm saying?
That's why I said they don't. That's why I said they don't really know that they don't have original influence their damn self. You know what I'm saying? Because Africa is a big ass continent, and all we know of Africa to be is one big ass continent. Okay, so if that's the case, everybody in Africa do the same thing? Hell no. All y'all don't even believe in the same things. But the way he was talking was
Y'all don't
we,
even speak the same language.
but he kept on saying we don't need them. They're not of us. We. Like he had some political power or something. This is a regular nigga walking down the street.
Listen, and this the cold part though. This the cold part. Akon, African immigrant, came to America, made enough money with the black experience,
Uh huh.
and went back to Africa and gave y'all niggas some motherfucker, gave a whole bunch of niggas over there electricity. And guess who funded it?
Yeah.
Niggas from America. Now you be look like, man, well, y'all were just trying to get a bag. I'm like, the only reason Africans come to America is to get a bag.
Exactly.
Like, what are you talking about?
That's why I said. That's why I said it's different. Even shit, even Akon pulled that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Coming over here, getting his money, and didn't uplift nobody. You know what I'm saying? You did.
Hmm.
You learned the music. You learned how to do how we move out here and shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? You left, took that shit back home with your 13 wives. You know what I'm saying?
But you not my pedigree. ATL used to move means
Look,
like
look,
nigga
look.
used to trap.
But the sad part about it, yeah, he went down for scamming too. He went down for
Yeah,
fraud.
for the credit card. Remember in the beginning of the video, he's like, you can't do nothing on my Metro phone. Like it was like, dude, that was your first video.
Yeah. But the thing is, that's fucked up is, you know what I'm saying? They don't you came out here, learned our ways. You witnessed how we get treated in prison and jail. Like you witnessed this shit like nigga, this ain't no fairy tale. You know how it is out here and how rough a nigga got it, you know what I'm saying, out here. They saying that nigga people in America living worse than third countries, third world countries.
Yeah,
You
because
know
the
what
thing is, uh, the third world countries is like it's fucked up. Now the rich is sitting up over there. We can't even eat at their restaurants, but it's all the way fucked up. The thing is, we got a middle class. You know what I'm saying? There's wealthy,
I'm saying?
there's rich, there's middle class, and even in the middle class, you got what they call broke.
Yeah. Yes indeed.
I
That's
make just enough money to pay my bills. I might live in a nice house and have a cool car, and I can eat when I want to, but I'm broke at the end of the day. and then you got poor. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is about America, what they don't like is in America, a nigga could sleep in a car with $1 million in their pocket.
Mm-hmm.
They can't do that, and they don't even understand that shit.
We was just talking about that shit last night. How people's perspective be fucked up. You know how females be like, "Oh, you gotta have a car to fuck me. You gotta have a car." What if I don't want to drive? What if I don't know how to drive? Does that make me broke because I don't have a car?
Bruh, do you see
And
what I'm saying?
the thing is, you don't even know. How you don't know that I done lost? I just got my cars taken. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done lost
Listen,
hella cars. So it's like, well,
listen,
I'm not going to tell you I lost hella cars to make you feel good. No, I ain't got a car right now.
look, nigga, I didn't have more cars than I had before I had licenses and shit like that. Like, I still ain't got a license. And that's like, at my age, that's holding me back right now because I'm not taking chances. If I was taking chances, nigga, it's a car, I'm out there, nigga. It is what it is. Hey, come take it, I'll get another one.
That go back to if I was rich and I still wore Walmart sweatsuits and just, regular little pairs of shoes, does that make me broke when you see me because you wearing $5,000 clothes, but I really have more money than you? Like,
Yeah,
what up?
it's the percept like you say, it's the perception of money. Cause there's a whole bunch of niggas with chains on. It's like this bitch that came in the job last night, this little dyke bitch, right?
Yeah,
She got on a chain that if that chain was real, it'd be worth like maybe like 50 bands, bro. She had like a herringbone chain, iced the fuck out with diamonds this big, but she driving in a Honda with like she looked like she just crashed into a pole. And
yeah.
this bitch coming in there buying super glue and shit like that. Now I can't judge her. I know that chain ain't real, but if it was real, I can't judge her based on the car because it's niggas that don't got cars that got chains. And then the thing is, like motherfuckers don't be understand. Like, dude, you called me in a comfortable part of my life. I might be making $1 million paying my partner to sleep in the garage, nigga, just so I don't sleep in my fucking car. But like, guess what? Like, maybe if I got with a girl that made me want to get my shit straight as far as the house and in situation like that, that'd be cool. But you can't just look at me like, oh yeah, well, how you making all this money and you drive this? It's like, dude, I know motherfuckers that drive trucks, make
Nicole.
hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they don't have a house. They park on the side of the road and sleep in their shit.
Yes, indeed. That go back to that go back to motherfuckers never having nothing. Like if this is your first apartment, I was just telling her that last night. Notice the ones that's making jokes and memes about, oh, you can't come over to my spot. Why we can't come over to yours? And whoop, whoop, this must be your first apartment. This must be your first car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Lose that car, lose that apartment, have to get another one. And then you'll
yeah,
humble yourself a little more about flossing the things that you got. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the
yeah,
thing. That's like me getting a Bentley. Me getting a Bentley or a regular foreign, whatever. Let's say I get a Benz.
yeah.
Next thing you know, all my posts is talking about niggas not having Benzes.
See, that was like one of the realest shit that DMX said. He was like, dude, a nigga was talking shit. And the first thing I said was, man, this broke ass nigga. But then he's like, I had to catch myself like, hold on, but nigga, I used to be homeless up out here. Like sleeping on the street. How the fuck? He said, see, that's what the shit with that fame. That fame will make your ass that is it's that illusion, bro. It's that illusion. Like they act, it's like when they ask Giannis. Giannis make like 40 some $1 million a year. They asked that nigga, was it a failure that he didn't win a championship? That nigga was like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, I used to sell fake jewelry on the street. When I was a kid, before you met me, that nigga, I used to sleep in the gym and clean the gym up just so I could practice. Now I'm in the NBA.
it's like y'all want me to just be about basketball, but I got a whole story behind this shit.
Dude, they made a movie about that nigga on the Disney Channel. The real movie, they don't even understand. They just made a movie about it. They like, man, you didn't put all the shit up in there. He like, dude, nigga, my dad is dead. My dad didn't even get to see me win an MVP. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, like they want to make a movie, and you know what I'm saying? I give them the little stories and shit, but they want to have somebody play my dad. Guess what? I get to see my dad, so called to speak, and y'all got to pay to see that shit. It's like, nigga, what do you mean? Well, your brothers ain't as good as you. He's like, nigga, all my brothers in the NBA though. Like all my brothers get a check based on that Antetokounmpo name. Guess what? I got that from my dad though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you got your brother on the team, you taking away a good roster spot. He's like, nigga, this is about the bag, nigga. You crazy, nigga. My brother made it to the NBA first. So now I'm in the NBA. Yeah, nigga, if you want me, you gotta sign my brother. I don't give a fuck what you say, nigga. I don't give a fuck if he don't care if he don't get no playing time.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta give my brother a bag, nigga. You out of your motherfucking mind. And that's how it's supposed to be. That's why I talk shit about LeBron, but LeBron put all his homies on. I would do the same thing for y'all. It wouldn't be nothing. Like I said, I'd be like, oh, what you shit? Hey, I'm LeBron. You my nigga. Hey, but shit, you trying to be an agent? Okay, follow this nigga around. See what's going on.
And his son smoked weed. I thought he was gonna be
on camera.
I thought he was gonna be a cornball, and you know what I'm saying, try to put it down like his son, let his son smoke weed. But when I seen he ain't tripping, it's like, I get it now. Everybody got a role to play. You know what I'm saying? It's like me. Imagine if you get famous and you learn quick about this shit. Okay, bet. This how they moving. So beef ain't that beef shit is fake. You know what I'm saying? All these fake ass arguments and all this shit is fake. Let me just be the cool motherfucker that, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, bounce in when I need to bounce in and bounce out when I need to bounce out.
Because at the end of the day, bud, it's like your son is in LA. I'm pretty sure a whole bunch of niggas on the team smoke weed. If that's what you into, you ain't going to jail. You not getting caught out here with these hoes.
No, but even if LeBron smoked weed, he couldn't show it. Like if Kobe couldn't have hit a blunt on live television.
Ever.
You know what I'm saying? That's
hey, you see they tripped on Elon Musk. That nigga said, I never smoked weed in my life. He said he hit it. He didn't even inhale. Like he hit it, held it in his mouth, it blew out his mouth. He just put his hands up like, yeah, I still don't get it, but here. Nigga, the stock went down, and Elon, they was like, well, see, you just doing anything you want. You got all this shit. Elon Musk was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna sell all this shit. I don't own a house. I don't own a car. The only house I got is with my wife and my kids. And I sleep when I go everywhere, I sleep on the floor. But guess what? If you come to Texas, I own a whole town. So if you want to work, hey, you got a place to stay. You got to put in 10 hours a day. And we building rockets. But every now and then I might hit you up like, hey, I'm about to crash on your couch. So he's like, dude, I used to sleep on the floor just to show niggas. It's like, dude, you can say whatever you want to. You pulling up in your clean ass whip, nigga. I sleep on the floor in the factory that I own, and I sweep the floor.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't tell me nothing.
And y'all did all this madness over me hitting a blunt. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown ass man. Y'all, I can't hit a blunt on live television.
That's what I'm saying.
But
I hit a blunt for the first time.
But I can kiss a man on live television.
That nigga said after I hit a blunt, he said I hit that blunt one time. They random drug tested me for 2 years after that. And he's like, dude, I don't do no drugs. That was literally just for the TV show. I was just doing the shit just to be like, hey, what's going on? I know y'all niggas talking about let me hit that shit. And again, you see how you just hit it? He didn't even hit it like that. He hit the weed, let it hit in his mouth, and then let it, the thick smoke went out the nose. That's the rookie shit.
But
he didn't even cough.
that's that bracket. That's that bracket of the world. You know what I'm saying? That people don't understand. It's like, well, I thought you owned your shit. Who's checking you like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, who gets to tell you what to do? You know what I'm saying? At this point, if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? They
I know
let
what
you
you're talking about.
level, like the Joe Rogan level ain't shit compared to the Elon Musk level. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
The little baby level where people think he getting money, like he getting money. He's making money, but it ain't shit compared to Jay-Z money.
Nah, it ain't close. And this is the thing. When Lil Baby, when the pandemic happened, he couldn't do a show. When that nigga sent the tweet out to that nigga Q and said, "Hey, if y'all niggas don't drop off y'all don't drop off 5, 10 million, I'm about to go back to trapping." Now he could say he was joking, and maybe he was joking a little bit, but that was in the back of his mind. Cause
Yeah,
soon as that nigga got to the point where this nigga was making $1 million a show, pandemic,
you know what I'm saying?
pandemic.
That's why I say it's a different thing, man. You know what I'm saying? You start getting when you start being able to make other people money, it starts to become you once you start making other people money, you don't
See,
really have control.
that's the but see that's the billionaire mentality. Like literally, I heard this shit from like maybe 10, 15 niggas that's billionaires. They was like, dude, a millionaire wake up in the morning thinking about how I could make some money. A billionaire wake up in the morning and say, how could I make other niggas some money? Because basically you attaching yourself to their legacy.
Yes, indeed.
Their legacy is part of your legacy. So it's like if you up and you see I rap, it's like, hey, bud, hey, we gonna do the rap shit. You know what I'm saying? This is just some shit you like to do. I think you raw in this motherfucker. Because when you making money like that, instead of getting chains, instead of buying cars and houses and shit, like you invest in people. And the best thing to do is for the people that's in front of you. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Because then it goes down to the situation. It's like, dude, if you broke in 10 years after I dropped this bag off and made it where you can do what you want to do, you got no excuses, my nigga.
yeah,
I'm
but that's
I'm betting on you.
that's why I said they what was I gonna say, man? I was gonna say that's they'll give you
Like they'll throw the bag out. They'll
nah
throw the bag out and shit.
I was saying I was about to say something. Oh no, that's what I was gonna say. They don't technically have to buy jewelry. Like a lot of rappers get free shit, free clothes. That's what the nigga Murray, I think his name is. He was saying that they asked him a question saying, "What's the biggest misconception that people get?" And he was saying that rappers pay for all this shit. And this nigga had the bust down watch, the bust down top and bottoms diamonds in his mouth, and the chain, the big ass chain. And he said, "I didn't pay for none of this." You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but that's an advertisement. See,
Yeah.
see, this it's a video. I swear I wanna. That's the next video I'm gonna go to. But they got like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart had this TV show called The Real House Husbands or some shit like that. It was
I
like
remember,
a fake ass show.
I remember
And
that.
and they had Chris Rock up on there. And him and Chris Rock was arguing about how famous they are. He's like, nigga, I'm the man right now. Chris Rock was like, laugh. He said, okay, you want to see something real quick?
That's when
He
Chris
went,
Rock was walking around getting free shit.
he was walking out the store. That was
You
the
know what I'm
shit.
saying?
Like he went up in there and was like, okay, watch this. You so famous, right? Can you do this? Watch this. Hey, I like this outfit. Bring me this size, this size, this size. And he was like, cool. And that nigga said, watch this. Can you do this? And he just walked out the store with it and went to the next store, walked out the store with it. And he was like, dude, guess what? I don't flex no more. You a young nigga. I never even got to experience what you had what you got right now when on my come up. When I was on my come up, I had to hustle. I still had to pay for shit. Like Jamie Foxx said, he's like,
You know what I'm
dude,
saying?
I had just you status. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't know nothing about the just you status. It's like, hey, you could get in any club in this motherfucker, but just you. Not these other niggas. You could get in any one of these stores and do anything you want, but just you.
You know what I'm saying?
Where it is like now, a nigga be like, oh, well, this nigga come spend, you know what I'm saying? This nigga come spend a whole bunch of money all the time. So I ain't even really tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like this nigga come spend a whole bunch of money all the time.
You gotta be famous. You gotta be worth something to tell the club promoter I ain't getting in if my partners can't come.
Straight up. That's one thing I said.
You gotta be worth something.
Like shout out my nigga Project. That's how I was with that nigga, bro. When we was going to the club up in Sac, that nigga come in and be like, bro, I'm not coming in if I ain't got VIP, bro. We figure out the price at the end of the day, but it's me, them. I got like 10 people with me. We need this section up over here. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm good for the money. I done came in this motherfucking blue bags all the time, so it ain't no problem. But you know what I'm saying? I'm here with 10 people. I need all 10 of them people to come in with me, and we over here and we got the velvet rope.
Did you?
You know what I'm saying? I don't need nobody to come over here.
Did you see the Benny the Butcher interview when he was in the barber chair?
Oh, on Mav Hoffa. I didn't see that. I didn't see the whole thing. I only seen like clips of it.
I just watched a clip of it where he was talking about Snoop, how Snoop came and found him, and Snoop the only one he give credit to for his Def Jam deal, and how they all signed you know, for how basically he signed for the money, and that he don't have a regular deal. He has a publishing deal. And he was saying that the dude was telling him like, yeah, because the way y'all be dropping is crazy. And he was saying this go back when I was saying you don't technically have control no more. Because he was saying that the deal that what they negotiated, you know what I'm saying, was to, you know, at first they had control. And he was saying that it kind of fucks it up a little bit when you just be dropping on your own, because he was saying he'll get phone calls and a label would be saying, hey man, what is you doing? You know what I'm saying? Don't drop that. You know what I'm saying? Take that down. What did you posting that for? You know what I'm saying? And the dude was saying because they might have had, he was saying it's different if you let the label send an email or two or make a phone call or two before you drop that shit. Now your shit could blow up and you getting a feature from Chris Brown type shit.
See, I feel that, but at the same time, like I tell niggas all the time, man, when it come to that, I would love to have a status where even when I drop some shit, maybe 10,000 people tune in. And maybe, you know what I'm saying? Out of that 10,000 people, maybe 5,000 people listen to it over and over again. And then out of that 5,000, maybe $2,500 people go spend that dollar to go do it. Because at the end of the day, that's how you can hustle. When a record label do it, they want to do it so they can control it. And the thing is, them niggas don't motherfucking do the work. You could tell the nigga that signed to the record label that the record label put all this money into and built them up versus the nigga that came with the shit and they just threw a bag to invest in them to get a percentage of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like Master P, E40 and Too Short them niggas. Like when they was dropping them bags on them niggas was sitting up like, hey nigga, the album is done. You feel what I'm saying? He's like, it took them a minute to catch on where they was sitting up like, damn, okay, well, hey man, it's time for our album to come out. Okay, where's the money? Oh, here go 500 bands for the album. Okay, cool. Here's the album. Now where's the marketing budget? Okay, another 500 bands. Okay, now I'm about to go spend that money. I'm gonna spend half of that on the marketing, but I got 750 bands, and I'm just gonna spend a $250,000 on that. And based on that, guess what? Too Short spending a $250,000 on budget is not the same thing as me and you, because it's gonna be hella niggas that's gonna do the shit for free. It's a whole line of DJs and a whole lot of club promoters that's going like, hey, bud, hey, this song ain't even came out yet, but play that shit when you up in the club. They gonna play that shit just to get. They gonna play that shit just to get the love. It's like Four Master Flex.
No,
If you got like a plug with that nigga do shows and all type of different shit, and just him saying some shit could put it up out there. Then he got a show that's live. So that's why the Flex dropping a bomb on some shit mean a big deal.
I got a question for you.
What's going on, brother?
For you about Flex.
Okay.
What West Coast artist has Flex actually ever supported in your opinion? Because all I hear Flex is on it sounds like he only on East Coast time. Now
You
Sway
mean
is
early on? You mean,
now,
but Sway fuck with Sway. Yeah, but the thing is, Sway had what they called the Wake Up Show. The Wake Up Show used to be on up in the town and shit like that. That shit used to play on Camille, and then it started getting syndication, and then he started doing it. It used to only be on Saturdays and shit like that, where it started getting syndicated. But you talking about from the beginning or later on?
No, I'm just saying Sway. I'm saying even now I don't hear Flex playing.
Nah, I don't.
Flex is known for defending those niggas.
Yeah, no, in the South niggas too. In the South niggas too.
I can't say the South because I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? But I know for sure Flex he talk about the West Coast, man. When talking about Tupac and all that shit, crying and all that shit.
Well,
he lied.
See,
he lied,
but see,
man.
the biggest thing about Flex is an East Coast niggas, salute to that because he's from New York. So I get that. I can't think of no West Coast nigga that Flex supported from the gate. I could think of niggas that got on, and when they came to New York, Flex was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Come up over here. I got the show for you. But you gotta think.
Because you can't see it. Yeah.
See, Flex was jerking East Coast niggas. Like when 50 Cent was talking about how much money he was giving G Unit, that nigga was like laughing like, hey man, it's been hella times where a nigga had a bet the biggest single in the world, but at the same time, they not a big name. He like, man, I didn't gave them niggas like 2,500, for a group to split just to fucking perform, but it was a good look for him. And he was like literally looking at 50, and 50 was like shaking his head. He's like, see, that's why niggas don't fuck with you like that, Flex. He's like, dude, I throw the bag up out there. Cause 50, the thing about 50 is 50 would get $1 million for a show, but he got all these different artists, and then he got people that's local. 50 would drop maybe 700 bands out of that $1 million for the show just to pay the artist and just take home the 3. But it make his show better. Yeah, the thing is,
if I cut up, that's on you.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I think our mic might be off by like a few seconds. You know what I'm saying? Because once I respond, I can hear you. It'll be like 5 seconds, and then you'll respond.
Oh yeah, it's probably because I ain't on a computer.
Yeah, but no, man, I was just saying.
I'm on the phone.
Yeah, no, I was just saying. When it comes to that, when it comes to them cats, you know what I'm saying, I think it all go to, you know what I'm saying, showing up. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't fuck with them cats, you know what I'm saying, you still show love to the city and whatnot. For the city to say,
Most
why you
definitely.
ain't playing such and such? Even if you don't want to play it, you still got motherfuckers knocking on your door for the play that. What's to call it? You know what I'm saying? We fuck with them. You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure. For sure. I
It's
definitely get what you're
what
talking about.
the old school campaign. You know what I'm saying? When a nigga, that's when you start seeing them club appearances. You know what I'm saying? Such and such from such and such is in town. Who?
Hmm.
Hey man, look, tickets $20. You know what I'm saying? Drinks is half off. Just
Hey,
come to have a good
I
time.
totally get what you're saying. And I totally get what you're saying, brother. I
You know what I'm
totally get what
saying?
you're talking about. But like, see, but this the thing though. A lot of niggas, uh, it's like it's like Nelly, right? Nelly and the same lunatics got the deal first. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can, okay. Yeah, my bad. Hold on one second. Let me connect my headphones again. Someone just called me.
Yep.
I can hear you. I can
Yeah,
hear
I can
you,
hear you
brother.
too.
Let me just
I,
let
I
me
can
just
hear you
connect my
too.
headphones again. Okay, cool. All right. All right, I can hear you now. All right. Like Nelly got the deal. Um Nelly got he signed for like if I'm not mistaken, maybe like 350,000, right? And then
Yeah.
he dropped that song Down Down Baby. They paid him 750 bands for that one song. But the thing is, he like, I'm not Nelly. I'm Nelly from the Saint Lunatics. And he didn't want to sign
Yeah.
without his partners. And his partners was like, nigga, just get the deal so we could get on. I ain't even tripping. We'll push the line with you. Just put us on some of the songs and we could get plaques. Cause this shit about to go. So it's a lot of niggas that'll be like, nah, fuck that, bruh. Like we all was in this shit, bruh. I know they like you, but don't sign that deal. And then there's niggas that be like, bruh, I don't want to sign a deal because I don't want to bring my niggas with me. I mean, I want to bring my niggas with me, and they ain't trying to give you no money. And it's like, nigga, just get in the door and pull niggas in the door. The problem is niggas get in the door and don't want to share that $1 million check. They don't want to do that. They ain't never seen $100,000 in their life in a check. But when the millions come in, they looking like fuck. I'm only gonna see about a quarter million up out of this deal because I gotta pay all my partners. And then they start keeping a couple of the $1 million checks, and it'd be every other check now. It's 5 checks. The homies get 3 of them motherfuckers, and I get a cut. And then I got 2 checks to the neck. Then it start turning into more checks that they take to the neck. Then they start turning around like, well, nigga, they wanted me. Why'd you mad at me? They wanted me. They didn't want you. And it's like, dude, man, we was all trying to get in this shit to get rich. If you felt like that, just keep it real from the gate. Just keep it real from the gate. Cause I ain't got no hate in my heart for my niggas, bro. Okay, my bad.
Because mom forgot. I was cleaning up and stuff. I would have to turn my laptop on and woke up thinking about your man. I mean, I guess if you want to talk to dishes and stuff, we schedule for another day. Today's really not issue. What day can we do? Let's do Tuesday morning. Okay, yeah, that works. And then we can just start doing Tuesdays from now on. That'll be better. It's alright, don't worry about it. I'll just put it in my name or something.
All right, we back in the game. The
For
game,
sure.
but
But yeah, I ain't got no hate in my
yeah, I
heart
had
for
to
my niggas, bro. Especially if
step.
we touching money. Oh yeah, for sure.
Nah, but
Business
go back
calls.
to. That's why I said they go back to the. They don't be remembering them conversations that they had at that point. Niggas done promised niggas they was gonna take care of them for life. You know what I'm saying? You know
Hell
how it
yeah,
be.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what niggas told niggas, and then when they got the money, and then you start hearing some niggas say, "No, well, nah, niggas changed up when the money came." You know what I'm saying? But it'd be like shit. Ain't no telling. That's why I said it's best to just go back to contract. And the nigga Murphy Lee said the best thing. He said, man, you find out, you know what I'm saying, what's really going on when you fucking with the contracts. You know what I'm saying? They putting big money up
Yeah,
behind you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, when you're dealing with them contracts versus you coming out of your own pocket for it.
because you could do audits.
You know what I'm saying?
You can do the
And and,
audits
and then it
because
come back to,
you contractually guaranteed a certain amount of things and they got to do some shit and you got to do some shit. If you guarantee that you
you
do
know what
what
I'm saying?
you supposed to do, the only thing that fucks shit up is these digital numbers. These digital numbers could be manipulated. The same way a computer could be hacked. It's the same way that these numbers could be fucked with, especially if people control the numbers or control what
Yeah,
information go up out there. Because the streaming people, they don't give a fuck. They made their money. The people that get the money from the streaming, if the streaming money ain't coming directly to you, then you ain't gonna never really know unless somebody keep it real with you. And most of these niggas ain't gonna keep it real
yeah.
with you. They gonna be like, man, well, you
Because
could get a
unless you,
$1 million bonus if you hit this number. And then long as you hitting that number, it's cool. And then when it's time to get out the contract, the last year is always iffy. It's like you've been getting 5 million every year, you've been hitting the number, but now when it's time to renegotiate, I'm gonna make the numbers look like they went down. And when the numbers look like they went down, I'm not gonna give you. It make me be able to negotiate where I don't gotta give you what you really worth, as opposed to coming to me and saying,
you know
"Look,
what I'm saying?
you've been killing all this time. This how much money we made. This how much money you made." It all goes into a bigger percentage. Because if you down with Def Jam, and as long as you dropping the same type of shit that you drop all the time, the numbers is gonna hit the same number, either go up a little bit, it may dip just a little bit. But Def Jam will make you seem like, hey, you signed a 5 album deal. Every one of your 4 albums was killing, but now when it's time to renegotiate, your last album didn't do so good. So maybe you trimmed it down. So you were supposed to get 100 million, but maybe we might, since the numbers is like that, you know, The numbers are saying we should maybe give you 70,
That's like that.
but we gonna offer you 80. It's like, no,
That's
nigga,
like
I
that.
want 100.
That's like that point of rap when they suggest that you go out with another celebrity. Like we think you go good with shit, but how it just be a pivot, you know what I'm saying, for that actor, that character or whatever. You know? Let's just say it's a rapper or a singer. They
Yeah.
buzz might be fading down, but your buzz might be coming up. They might say, oh, the people would love to see you go, you there. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all putting up songs and it's attracting people. You know what I'm saying? It's all a business move. Whole time that was never your girlfriend, man. Because after she leave you, she about to date and do the same thing with 10 other niggas that's coming up in the rap game.
See, and see, this is why I say they don't like niggas like me and you, because me and you could understand that. They don't want to bring that to the
It's a
table because they don't want that type of information up out there. Because just the same way that they can use that leverage, we can use that leverage.
yeah.
You-
That's why
we
I
can.
understand why a lot of niggas was married. That's why I said I can understand why a lot of niggas was married before they got into this shit. Because you don't know,
Yeah,
you don't even know if these bitches are bitches. You know what I'm saying?
bruh.
In this
Hey,
type of industry,
listen,
all the greats
you
was
hit the
married
nail.
and brought their
You hit the nail on the thing. Like the older you get, if you had a high school sweetheart, the older you get and the more successful you get, it make you think like, man, like I'm like I've been in this game for like 10, 15 years. But I started when I was 18. So now I'm like 35, 30, 33. But
and it's taking
I'm
off.
it's super taking off. Like I didn't hit my super stride until I was like 30. I got 3 years of really doing shit, and now people going back to see what I've been doing before that, because now they caught on late. So now they trying to see what's going on. Guess what? I don't even own that. So now when I come back and try to buy that shit, the niggas that own that shit is sitting up with their arms crossed like, nah, man. Hey, nigga, you could have bought this shit years ago for like $1 million. It's 20 million now, and that's a deal. Cause we making about 10 million a year. So if you spend 20 million to make 10 million a year, it's on the promo side of the game. And we're profiting off of
Yeah.
what you're doing now. But at the same time, when people want to see what you was doing before that, because that's how the fans work. That's how people work in this shit. Like it's like if when I give you an example, when Bishop Magic Don Juan, when that nigga dropped that footage of him in the 70s driving a fucking Rolls Royce and him with his partners, that killed the game. And
Yeah,
he
because they had
owned
a
that
bad.
footage.
They thought niggas. Yeah, he don't own it. MGM own all that shit.
Yeah, they own it now because he
Yeah,
sold it to him. But he didn't get, like, if he want to make a documentary about his life, he got to talk to a whole bunch of people he sold the footage to instead of talking to his partners, because his partners was filming it. Because all this shit up on camera ain't all the shit that he was filming. He didn't have a foresight of doing it, but he knew when it was lights, cameras, action. That nigga was the action. But he didn't have in the 70s, if you driving Rolls Royces in the 70s in the hood, like a camera is like you not gonna be the nigga. It's gonna be somebody else that be the person that say it's like right now. If a nigga could have filmed you and had footage for the last 10 years of your life, the good and the bad times, but you got access to it, it would have never been you, because you gonna be sitting up like, nigga, what the fuck the cameras on for? You know what I'm saying? Because you
You
don't
know what I'm saying?
control it if you don't got it. And that's why I tell niggas all
Yeah.
the time, I'm like, dude, don't put it up. Keep the shit. Like,
Yeah.
keep the shit.
Hold on
When
to it because that's part of your life.
but that's your for
That's
sure,
part of your
because all
life
it
rights right there.
that's your IP. That's your intellectual property. You don't want to get that to the world all the time. You give if it's an hour video, you give a nigga a 5 minute video at the max. You don't even know, like you seen me pull up in a Rolls Royce. You didn't see me get up in it. You know what I'm saying? You didn't see me get in the Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
You seen me pull up in the Rolls Royce. It is like, dude, especially at this time.
The ones that stay in the studio. That's why Wayne, when they asked Lil Wayne how many songs he make a day, he like, I do at least. He like, I think he said he do like a couple hundred in a day, a couple hundred songs in a day. And the lady was looking at him because the lady said, I heard you do like 50 songs in a day. He like 50. He like, nah. You know what I'm saying? I do like I think he said I'm gonna say I think he said about 100 songs a day. You know what I'm saying? That's
Listen,
why I was like a couple hundred sound crazy to me.
listen, it don't it's not necessarily crazy when you think niggas eat, sleep, and shit in the studio. Like Tupac
You've
was
been doing this shit
crazy.
since you were 12 years old.
This the thing. Tupac had to get to death row. When he got to death row, he had engineers, producers, and niggas around him, and he was writing. That nigga, like
Yeah.
his little homies was freestyle. He was writing. So it was literally like, imagine like the Outlaws is like seven niggas, right? So
Yeah.
it's more than one studio. It's the same thing with Jay-Z. When he made the Blueprint, Jay-Z was in the studio where it was it was like 10, it was like a building with maybe 30 different full studios in it. In every room you walk in, somebody working on something different. So imagine you walk in one door, it's Timberland. He started playing beats for you.
That's what said Kanye West work with. That's what they said working with Kanye West is like it might be 50 niggas, but 50 people in there is working on something different in his studio at the same time when they were you
Yeah.
got 50 people doing different things. Some
See,
work
back in
craft,
it.
some be doing and some clothes. It's a factory.
Hmm. Hmm. That's listen. Back in the days, if you go to a studio, you rent out one room. The one room might be like $500 to $700 a month, right? Just to rent it.
Yeah,
You don't got a mic. You don't got. You build your shit depending on how much space you got. You know what I'm saying? It used to be bigger. Now it's like now a studio is smaller than it's maybe the size of this garage that I got. Like, hold on, let
yeah.
me
Like
turn this shit around
the
real
size of
quick.
a studio, like a studio
Yeah,
apartment.
like it'd be this all the way to this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You basically gotta, you fill out the side. You put a couch in that motherfucker, right? Just so motherfuckers can sit down. Then in one corner might be the booth. Now everybody don't got the plexiglass with the boards on the other side. That's the so-called professional studio. That's the you going to somebody else's shit like that. But again, when you in the studio, when you walk in Timberland door, Timberland shit is already set up. Somebody in there, he making beats. You know what I'm saying? He playing beats for you.
yeah.
Then you got other motherfucking studios. Like it's door. It's like 10, 15 doors. Every door you walk through is a different situation. You might even walk in the door and it's a threesome up in that motherfucker. Motherfuckers is just all type of shit,
Yes.
smoking weed, snoring coke, you know what I'm saying, fucking with bitches.
It's a wild,
And then
it's
it's niggas
wild
recording.
situation.
Yeah. It's one of them type of situations. It's like
Man.
everything is going on. You know what I'm saying? You might walk in the studio where it's just the alchemist. It's the alchemist by itself. He just sitting up making beats with maybe he's an engineer, but it's a whole booth up over there. It's a whole little side you can chill. It's weed set up. If you know what I'm saying? Boom. It's
Real
that.
shit.
So
That's where I learned the different music, you know what I'm saying? When them niggas is making them party songs, you know what I'm saying? They in that party type of vibe, you know what I'm saying? When they
it's
making
a
them
turn up.
serious songs, you know what I'm saying? It's a turn up, and then they got a song for every emotion. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the thing is, people will leave from the club that was a good ass party and go straight to the studio with all that shit in their mind, and they trying to get it up out there. And you know what I'm saying? They taking note, like, oh yeah, I seen so and so over there doing that. I seen Woob over here doing that. I seen Woob over here doing that. Now, do I say that Mary J. Blige was over there in the corner smoking weed? Nah, I might just say bitches up in, R&B bitches up in here smoking weed.
We was in the turn. Might just say we was all in there turn, man. We had a good time.
Straight up. And then you describing the scene. And the thing is, like, a lot of people don't retain shit. Like niggas that don't do drugs, they retain a whole lot of shit, but they don't be creative. They just got stories. That's what you hear motherfuckers telling stories vividly, and it's like because they remember it, and it's a bunch of stories. It's sitting up like, okay, I got a bunch of stories, but these is the ones that hit the hardest. And then if you want me to dig deep,
Yeah.
I could dig deep. But the niggas that's on one, they they gotta have a vibe in the studio. So when they talking about bitches is twerking in the studio. When they talking about I just left
All
the
they doing
blade or I just left the trap,
is
they
just
literally just left the trap.
yeah, they giving you a full dose of, you know what I'm saying? And then they go back to, okay, now are you just giving a full example? Because some niggas will tell you exactly what happened over there on 18th Street at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you know what I'm saying, on a
Yep.
Thursday. And then some niggas, they'll throw a little bit extra on it, you know what I'm saying, and make it you know what I'm saying, to where okay, niggas is not shooting rockets at each other. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't
Yeah.
have bazookas. Okay, so he fucking around. I bet. But some niggas shit be for real. Antonio Dixon, 3201. You know what I'm saying? White Borough Lane. I'm fucking your baby mama. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game. Like niggas is putting all this shit in the song. We shot your
Yeah.
little brother on 23rd. Go pick him up.
See, see, this is the thing that people don't understand. The subliminals work way harder than the directs.
Yeah, because you have
The
to be creative.
subliminals work way harder because the subliminals, you could describe a fucked up situation or you fucked over a motherfucker and just describe little subtle shit. And it's like
And people,
the the
you can
the
connect it.
casual fan don't know it. The casual fan is like, oh, this nigga's a bitch ass nigga. But all the people that's close to the situation, they know who they talking about. And then later on, they be like, oh, that nigga
Yeah,
was talking about so and so. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because people,
yeah,
more people
yeah.
life go up out there. They be like, damn, that nigga was talking about so and so. It's like, dude, that's why
Bruh.
when
I
Tupac
do.
drop hit him up, niggas was looking like, man, this shit is crazy. Cause he really said the names. Whereas
Said
like
first off,
Biggie, fuck your bitch in the
hit him
click
up
you
and
claim.
hit him up. He said that's why I fucked your bitch. Yeah, he said that's why I fucked your bitch and hit him up. And this bitch still lying to this day, talking about she ain't do nothing. No,
But
Faith.
and the thing,
I was gonna say, or
but then the thing is they did Biggie a disservice when they made the movie with Biggie, and literally when that
Yeah, they didn't
around the
mention it.
time that shit, it ain't even about that. Around the time that they got married, Biggie just said, "I want to get married to you," because he didn't want nobody else to have her.
Yeah.
And she told that nigga in the movie, she was like, "Dude, you don't gotta do this if you don't want to. Like, I still fuck with you. You don't gotta do this." And
Yeah.
literally they showed like a flashback, like him, like her fucking with this dude, and he said, "Nah, I want to do this shit." But then she caught that nigga in the room with Charlie Baltimore. That's why Faith was mad.
Yeah.
She's like, "Dude, I
They,
fuck with you, my nigga. It's all good. I know what you doing."
and they purposely took Charlie Baltimore out of the movie because they were saying Charlie Baltimore had a bigger chunk in her than Lil Kim did, fucking around with Biggie Smalls, but they purposely left her out of the movie.
Yeah, but the thing is, what Biggie don't, what like Biggie, and this is one thing that Pac used to always talk about. He's like, "Dude, you a sucker for love, my nigga. Like you never had this shit. You was the real nigga on the street, so to speak. But as far as this type of shit, I put you on this type of shit."
Yeah.
That's why Tupac was like,
Charlie
"Nigga,
Baltimore.
like how the fuck is you a papa, nigga?" Biggie,
Yeah.
remember when I used to let you sleep on the couch? I used to beg
You
a
know what I'm
bitch
saying?
to
Then
let
beg
you
your bitch to
sleep in
let
the
you sleep in
house.
the house. You know what I'm saying? Then beg your bitch to let you
Like,
sleep in the house.
but
They don't want to say them
now
type of.
it's all about Versace. You copy my style. five five shots couldn't stop me. I took it and smiled. And guess what? If I live after 5 shots and I know that it was people that you was in tune with, like he said, he's like, "Dude, when I was in jail, the niggas in jail told me who shot him, who shot me.
Yeah. Uh.
But when I'm calling you, you
Yeah.
don't
Shit.
know nothing.
No.
But you the king of New
It
York."
had something to do. It had something to do with the henchman nigga, right?
Jimmy Henchman. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He ended up on himself.
Uh 50 Cent put it up out there in Many Men. He put it
Yeah.
on
Yeah. Yeah.
blast.
No, I know. I know. Yeah. They said he was the reason why Murder Inc. thought that they was doing something.
That nigga said a lot of like I got a whole he said a whole lot of niggas didn't get love when Pac got shot. I got a kite from the tail that said Tut got knocked. And then he was like, he's like, "Nigga, he said, do I gotta paint everything?" Basically like
Oh yeah.
Tut was the
You're
nigga
nigga. You
that
can't
got
get
on
between
it.
the lines.
For sure. It was like literally like it is what it is. But the thing
It
is, it's the
says
same
in the
thing.
Bible
It's
it says, "But goes around
the
comes around."
ground comes
Papa
around.
shot me. 3 weeks later, he got shot down.
Listen, Hamo, and this the thing. Hamo is that nigga Mike Tyson best friend. That nigga gave that nigga a shout out when that nigga said when that nigga told so and so, he said, "I did this shit in honor of my guy so and so, so and so." The guy so and so was Hamo.
Yeah. Yeah. It go back to, you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, he was just.
putting your head forward.
At the end of the day, though, you know, a shooter is just. That's what a shooter is. They do their job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's definitely not no disrespect. You know, that's just the game.
And the
But
cold
it's
part,
been
Doc,
whole.
50 Cent wasn't disrespectful. He wasn't disrespecting
Nah,
on that part. He was just saying what goes on comes around. He shot me and knocked down, you know what I'm saying, a few weeks later, doing some shit.
for sure, for sure. And it's here that it, I've been here for a real reason. Cause he got knocked, he got shot, and I
You know what
got
I'm
shot, and he ain't fucking breathing. See, they
Yeah,
don't
that's why
like
I
that
say shit.
shit.
Them stories, they got stories in rap man that they don't want to really. That beef shit was real when you start understanding. Okay, I dig it. This ain't just about bumping into each other in the club and spilling a drink on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? You
Nah, the
hated me
rap.
since I came up.
See, and that's the thing. When they get into rap, the worst thing you could do is make a nigga into a song. When you make a nigga into a song, you immortalize him, whether it's big or not. Cause a little nigga that's 15 that got on you could make a song clowning you and nobody hears it. But when he pop off, they look that name up, he could not claim it or not, or say like, hey,
You
we
know what I'm
squashed it
saying?
or whatever the case may be. It's you immortalizing the song
That song's still gonna get played. That song's still gonna get played. That's
for
why
sure.
you look like a sucker for. That's why you look like a sucker for squashing beef. Cause this nigga
But
all this shit, and ain't no telling what you done said. Hopefully you didn't say nothing back, but
listen,
this nigga talked about stomping on your mama and your partner grave and pissing on
see,
your kids and shit, and y'all shaking hands later.
that's the problem. My thing is with the situation, I could do a ceasefire. I can't squash them type of situations. I could do a ceasefire.
Nah, we we
I
can
could do a
do some
ceasefire.
boxing, man.
No, no, no.
We can
We
do
still
boxing
gotta we
match.
still gotta yeah, we still gotta get our issue. And if you don't take it,
Yeah.
because the thing nowadays is like if I don't respond to it, then it's not real. And people get on a certain
Got beef with
status and they
Diddy.
say,
Not, he's not gonna
what is that?
like certain people ain't gonna box you. You know what I'm saying? No, I was saying like
No,
certain
for sure.
cats ain't gonna box you. You just gotta see them when you see them.
Yeah. And that's when you decide, is it really that? And that's the thing. Because at
You
the
know what
end
I'm
of the
saying?
day, it could really be that. You know what I mean? It's like it could really be that. But don't come and say like, man, my grandmother, I know he dissed my grandmother, but you know, my grandmother was like, my grandmother wouldn't want me to do that. It's like, dude, no disrespect to your grandmother. Your grandmother is not here no more. So you gotta make your own decision.
You know what I'm
Just
saying?
stand on it yourself. Say like, I'm in a different point of life. I don't fuck with that nigga. And if I see him, we get to
Hey,
whatever we get to. But nah, it's
hey,
certain
look,
shit. If you said
niggas
I
be we
can't
ain't
rap,
beefing no more.
go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
Niggas be like, we ain't beefing no more, bro. It's all good, and then go on stage and do that same song.
See, but that's what I'm saying. But this is the thing though. Part of not beefing no more is a real conversation. It's not no when I run into you and then I decide that we not beefing no more. You can't decide it for me. You can't decide that we not beefing no more.
You know what I'm saying?
You could say we not. You could say I don't want to beef with you no more. But if I don't want to take that, then you gotta figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's the
when
same
niggas
thing
start.
if I come and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's no hard feelings, but it's like if I said fuck your dead grandmother, I'm I'm jacking off on your grandmother grave. It's like it's certain shit you can't never come back from.
Shit. Telling you, these niggas be saying off the wall, them diss songs. You be like, damn, y'all niggas are creative than a motherfucker. Yeah,
Yeah,
man, I done heard songs of niggas talking about gang raping. You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
All type of shit. And then the cold part is when you find out half the shit be true.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas out here
If it
wilding.
even if it ain't me, my partner did it or somebody did it. But I don't know, man. But see, a lot of these niggas be in the street in the so-called rap game or just the music game, period. Because there's the music business and then there's the music game. The music game, if you decide to make music, then your music and what you decide to put out there is going to go to whoever listens to it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you
Uh,
put it in a position where a whole bunch of people to listen to it. Like you can make the best diss song in the world saying the realest facts and going in on anybody, but nobody got to listen to it.
No, that's real.
Or, you know what I'm saying? But just because you made a song that nobody listened to, but you said some crazy shit, don't mean I'm gonna be like, well, nobody heard that shit. It's like, nigga, I heard that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
And you directed it at me. So you don't get to decide when the beef is over. And even if I say the beef is over, it don't mean I believe the beef is over. Because
So
all
you
nigga
don't
gotta
think
do is
my
get drunk.
hyenas? You don't think my hyenas is in my ear telling me? You know what I'm saying, just tell me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just press a button, bro. You think even if I tell them we ain't beefing, that they still gonna let shit slide?
I was just about to say, nigga, my hyenas might just go rogue one day and be
They
like, I
might
got
just
love
get
for you
out and
like
about
that.
and say, "Fuck it, let's get on this nigga real quick." That's out of my hand.
Yeah, that's out of my hand. It ain't nothing I could do about that. And that's the see, but that's why I tell niggas, especially younger motherfuckers out and they'll fuck with it with music that asks for advice. I'm like, bud, you can't say. I mean, back in the days, you probably could get away with it sometime, because you might not have a whole lot of confrontations. But there's people that's gonna make a confrontation happen. Especially, they're not gonna
Yes,
travel to
indeed.
another state or another city, but
Man,
they're,
Rush jumped.
when you in a
Rush,
city,
uh, the R&B singer Russ in his campaign jumped the little nigga Guap Dad from Oakland just because he got album of the year, and Russ thought
yeah,
he was
but
gonna get album of the year.
see, this is the thing. This
He
the
didn't see
whole
it coming.
this is the whole thing. This is real shit. This is real shit. Okay, you dissed him. You talked to that nigga. He said it wasn't a problem. But guess what? Um, Niggas change their mind. When they might say it's not a problem because they don't see you getting big. They like whatever, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trimming. But then when y'all start meeting each other at functions and shit like that, y'all start being on the same bill. Because the promoters is not, you not big, like y'all not big enough where it's like, oh, well, I know y'all got funk with each other. And then a nigga that might be the big motherfucker might be like, nah, I ain't got funk with that nigga. I know he made the song, it's all good. And it happened. I don't I don't I don't knock Russ for doing that, but at the same time, if you guap dad 400, I mean 4,000, is it 400, 4,000? I don't want to fuck his name up.
I,
But
I, I don't know, man. That's why I just said Guap Dad.
I think it's like 4,000 or some shit like that, okay? Or 400. Either way. Um he wasn't moving correctly. You know what I'm
Well, I mean, you
saying?
gotta think. You gotta think. If you excited, you ain't never did no shit like this. And like he said, he was doing bad, and he was doing bad. It just so happened his homeboy had a studio and let him crash at the studio, and he was working on songs at the studio. So if that shit take off, you gonna be a young hyphy nigga as niggas is from the town. But Russ, you gonna be a sour patch because nigga you thought it was the shit, and you know what I'm saying another nigga came and stole the limelight. You know what I'm saying? So now you mad. And mind you, they jumped this nigga by himself. So it wasn't like he was doing a whole lot. And in
Yeah,
that same show, Lil get jumped by the East Coast niggas as well.
I feel that.
Lil B
And
got jumped by A Boogie and the hoodie and them niggas.
but see, what they don't tell you is they was in the Bay Area at the Rolling Loud shit. One of the first couple, like the first couple tours that they had with the Rolling Loud, right? So that
Yeah.
happened. When Lil B went on the stage and said, "Yeah, I just got jumped by so and so. It's no beef." You know what I'm saying? They A Boogie with the hoodie and PNB Rock, they couldn't leave their hotel. They didn't show up to the rest of the Rolling Loud because it was like it's like damn near like a riot outside that nigga hotel. And it got to the point where he started reaching out to Lil B like, "I apologize." That's why he did an apology video.
Nah, fuck the apology. I'm
The
gonna need
thing
some
is, Lil
Canelo
B,
nigga.
Take that bang ass whooping.
no, definitely. Listen, Lil B think differently than me and you. If that happened, it wouldn't be a ride outside the it wouldn't be a ride outside the hotel because I would want you to think that it's cool for you to leave. I would think you like they couldn't go to the
Yeah.
store. Like niggas was sitting out the hotel and they was tweeting them niggas like we outside. Like what's popping? Like all the
Y'all thought
shit.
y'all was gonna come up here and take that shit back to
And
East Coast, nigga.
like y'all niggas crazy. I get so we funking with Philly in New York. Like it was really like that. And this is a you could
Keep it
Google
on. That's how
A
things
Boogie with the
actually
hoodie.
really be.
Like man, I I so I I'm so sorry for jumping this nigga Lil B, man. I talked to that nigga on the phone. He didn't have no problem. Like Lil B a real nigga, but like that's all I can say, bud. Cause like nigga, they had their hotel. They knew where them niggas was staying at. And them niggas on the come up. Them niggas wasn't no 5 star or Four Seasons hotel.
Hell no. Them
Them niggas
niggas
was down the street.
downtown at the Marriott.
Them
At
niggas was
the
down the
Marriott or the
street.
Hilton.
But niggas was sitting in the lobby like, hey, like what's that shit? Like we trying to see you. Come downstairs, bro. Like tweeting him from like I'm in the lobby of your hotel. It's like 100 niggas up out here.
Oh,
What's popping? And that's why hella
nigga
niggas from the Bay
underestimated.
Area. That's why hella niggas from the Bay Area, like Mac Mall, it was hella motherfuckers that did videos. They're like, first of all, we was pissed because Lil B went on stage, he didn't do nothing. But they try to make it seem like, oh, you from the Bay Area, but you shouldn't have went out like that, but you could have called us. No, you couldn't have. Y'all like Lil B couldn't have called them. His fans was outside the
Yeah,
fucking
but how the
hotel.
fuck I'm gonna call y'all in the middle of me my ass whoop? You know what
Nah,
I'm saying?
because it was
How
it
am I
was
gonna call
rolling.
y'all?
Hold on one second. Hold on one second, bro.
Yeah, but
1 second, bro.
yep,
Hold
yep,
that thought. Just hold that
yep,
thought. 1 second.
yep. I'm like, I don't know the backstory. I just know I seen him get his ass whooped. Lil B, and then later, I don't know if it was the same show or not, but Guap Dad got his ass whooped by wrestling him. I think it was like I think these are two separate events, two separate dates as well. But Rolling Loud, they got both of them got jumped, and
Hey,
I
but
seen
I ain't gonna even
a
lie.
video
If
out of
I'm
it
not
as well.
Yeah.
mistaken, I think it was damn near um nah, them was two different shows. Guap that shit, like
Yeah,
Lil B
two
shit was
different
at
events.
yeah, Rolling Loud, it was Rolling Loud where Lil B got beat up, and it was like the first tour. Like it was in the Bay Area,
Yeah,
like, because we got, Tree and shit like that, and they had hella different artists. And the thing is, Lil B went on stage maybe 20 minutes later. and said, hey, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas can be locking A Boogie with the hoodie. Yeah, I know y'all seen them got on me. It is what it is. He had the same outfit on. It wasn't no dirt. It wasn't no
Yeah,
marks on his face.
he had
None of that shit.
he had
And that's what them niggas, yeah, and that's what them niggas was talk. That's why what the Bay Area niggas is like, they was like, dude, we mad because Lil B, like, nigga, you represent the Bay Area. Like, we don't agree with all the shit that you do, but nigga, you own, you know what I'm saying? You on the stage and shit like that. But then they try to make it seem like, dude, y'all, you should have tapped in with. It's like, nigga, I don't gotta tap in with y'all niggas. Like, y'all niggas don't fuck with me, but I'm bigger than all y'all niggas. So I ain't
you know what I'm
knocking
saying?
y'all. But what do you mean? And then Lil B went on, he said, dude, Lil B like, dude, I went on stage so them niggas wouldn't do nothing to them. Because it was people ready to do something to him. It was people ready to do something to them niggas. I'm listen, I'm about to
And
look
then
it
that
up right
shit
now.
gonna come back to
I bet you I can find it. For
yeah,
sure. I bet you I can find it.
yeah, because whatever y'all do to them niggas is gonna come back to my name.
Yeah. And the thing is, his partners made it a big deal. Like them niggas made it a big deal. Like, dude, you can't, like, they couldn't leave their hotel. Like niggas was like, this is the Twitter days. Like niggas was posting up pictures from the lobby. Like, come downstairs, bitch ass nigga. And you know they don't know nobody. They thought they wanted to stay for the whole weekend. You don't. You trying to get up out of there. I think that's gonna be the next little video I make. Apologizing to Lil B. I'm about to play that shit. I bet you
got
it's on there.
got
He did a
there's so
video.
much bullshit on the internet. Keep track of, like for example, Diggs just put out the 3-finger whack, right?
Yeah.
Whack 100, whack 100 still ain't technically caught no fades with none of these niggas that he
Nah,
called.
Whack 100 said some shit. Like, it made me damn near not want to fuck with him. Like he say a lot of real shit, and I ain't been listening to it all the time. Sometimes it's entertainment, but sometimes I'm like, dude, all this shit over the phone. Whack 100 said, I heard that nigga killed Mac Dre. I heard this nigga got Mac Dre killed. Then he said, I heard he killed his son for the insurance money. Like he said this shit, like you can listen to it. I'm like,
Then said,
what the,
fuck your
what the
mama.
fuck is this?
Then said, fuck
Oh
your
yeah,
mama.
all that shit is that's whatever. I'm not gonna even lie. That fuck your mama shit is whatever. Fuck your mama meaning like in I don't want to say where I
Nah,
come
man.
from, but let's just say fuck your mama means I don't care about what you say. Get to it.
Yeah,
That's
but
all
you ain't
fuck
trying
your
to get
mama
to
mean.
it. Yeah, but you ain't trying to
Hey,
get to it.
okay, no, I totally I agree with you, but again, that's I'm just saying that's what like fuck your mama mean like I don't like you can't apologize to me. It shouldn't be nothing I could say, especially when it get to a certain point. That's why I
Yeah,
like
but
when he
Dig
go there
ain't
with
never
motherfuckers. I'll be sitting up like, nah, I don't. We could never be cool, bro. We could never be cool. We like if I find out that you on the most it could be is a ceasefire. We can never be cool. You said fuck my mama, nigga. And the thing is, I could not give a fuck about my mama, but let's just say, like I love my mama to death. It's a problem. My mama would be mad at me
but
if
see,
I took off on a nigga because he said fuck your mama. She's like, don't go to jail for no stupid
nah,
ass
I
nigga.
wouldn't.
But I'm going. But
My
if
mom
I
never did.
decided to do it,
It's the difference. Cause shit, on a platform like that, niggas talking about fuck your mama and all this shit. It's
dude,
like, man, look, check this out. On behalf of my mama and behalf of my dead
no,
partner, you know what I'm saying?
no, we
I
get
gotta
no.
do a pop up on you.
Listen. I'm getting to it. That's one of my main things. I always say, like when I'm saying about
See,
if
See, if it was a sophisticated suit and tie dude trying to be funny, haha, your mom,
Nah, if it was
then it's different.
sophisticated
You know what?
suit,
Okay, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you with intelligence. But a nigga like
okay.
Wack, who
No. A
who
nigga,
you know,
go ahead, brother.
you know,
Go ahead, brother.
no, I'm just saying a nigga like Wack, man, you represent that language where it's only fist to mouth.
Yeah,
So I gotta give it to you.
no. I'm gonna without putting it out there, like I'm looking for you. It's like, dude, I'm gonna make it really easy for us to be in the same place. I'll just put it like that. I'll make it real easy.
Oh, yes,
It's an
indeed.
everyday type
Yes,
of it's an
indeed.
everyday type of thing. Like you know what I'm saying? I might not look for you, but I might be at the corner store that you go to go buy woods every morning. Cause you know you post videos
Yeah.
up and all that type of shit. And oh yeah, you be buying woods, you buy woods at this time. Okay, I'm gonna be at that store. I just might I'm gonna be at that store and we gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Especially if I got the money to play like that. Especially if I got the
man,
money to play like that. We gonna figure it out.
that's how you're supposed to do it. And when you get, that's how you're supposed to do it in the industry. Oh, he dissed me. Okay, we're gonna go to his album release party.
But guess what? This what you do. This what you do. If you got money to play like that, and a nigga diss you, you salute that nigga. Cause you know they diss you so everybody could ask you about it. See, that's the game now, especially in the industry. It's literally like people hate me, people love me, but at the same time, both of them niggas post me. So I don't gotta send them a video. It's niggas so in tuned on what I say that when a nigga asks me, hey man, so and so said fuck you up in the song and he did an interview, I'm like, oh yeah, man, salute that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't really got a problem with that. I don't know how that nigga would even say anything like that to me, but you know, salute that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Go buy that nigga album. But
You
but the
mentioning my
salute,
name, get you paid. I want to cut every time. Nah, you got
listen,
me.
listen. It's no way to do it.
You gotta let it shit down a little bit.
What I'm saying is the salute. If I salute a nigga in the video when they asking me, that's like the OG call to my homies. Like I said, especially when we playing like that. I know people in all type of different places. You know what I'm saying? Like I done did favors for a whole bunch of motherfuckers, and a whole bunch of motherfuckers wouldn't want me to look no type of way or feel no type of way. But at the same time, I stand on my own. So like for me, it's like for me, it's like, okay, yeah, this nigga diss me. Salute to that man. The salute mean niggas is on you. But especially in front of that camera, I'm not about to turn my interview or turn anything into a conversation about you.
Why did you take the weed? Yeah, but you could have left it on the table. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Nah, that's real.
remember we on TV. Remember we on TV right now.
Oh, yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. With you know,
That go
nothing
back
was
to
said, but yeah,
that
salute.
go back that go back to 50 Cent being an amazing businessman because if he don't like you, that nigga will buy out the whole front row of your show just so it could be empty.
But this is see,
That's beautiful.
this is one thing I say about 50 because he think like me. Because at a certain point, if you get to the position of a 50, but you really like that, it don't change that you really like that because you get a bunch of money, you got all these different things going. The thing is, it's like it's a dare. It's like a dare at this point. It's like I could play with you differently. Like I could play with you really, really differently. See, I'm not the blackballing nigga. Cause I always want to let motherfuckers, I would let motherfuckers get their money, but like 50 one of them niggas that was making phone calls and like shutting down shutting down deals, like shutting down clothing lines, like shut down clothing lines, dude.
That's your phone charger?
It's like you remember old school Slow Bucks?
You said slow what?
Slow Bucks. It's a guy
Slow
named
Bucks.
Slow Bucks. His name is
That's
Slow.
the sale clothing, right?
Yeah, they had a deal with Echo. They had a deal with Echo, bruh. Echo was making Slow Bucks clothes. That's why you seen the snail with the S on the back of that shit.
Isn't Slow Bucks War Store?
No, that's Q. Q and Slow Bucks is different.
Okay.
Yeah. What happened is when 50 Cent and his son was funking, right? Which they still kind of is. This like years ago, right?
Yeah.
This nigga Slow Bucks took a picture with 50 Cent's son, and they all was throwing a middle finger at the camera. Like they all was throwing a middle finger at the camera. And that nigga 50 don't comment on nobody's shit. That nigga went into his shit and said, "This is not a good idea." See, that's how I would talk on that money shit. It's like, dude, I'm gonna make you aware. But what happens.
Yeah.
At this point. It's like, dude, you know me and my son funking. My son has said fuck me and all type of shit, but you see him at the club, y'all want to take middle finger pictures?
No.
When I say this is not a good idea, that means get in contact with me. But if you feel like you don't gotta get in contact with me, that's cool. We just figure it out.
That go back to thinking it's a game.
Yeah, like, oh, okay, cool. Guess what? You making money, I'ma shut your money down, right? Okay, cool. Guess what? I know the owner of Mark Echo. So I'm gonna hit the nigga that make your clothes and say, hey, I know y'all making a whole lot of money, but that's my enemy now. So you not my enemy. But if you want to put money in my enemy pockets, maybe we need to reevaluate this shit. And then next thing you know, Slow Bucks getting a phone call like, yeah, we can't make no more of your clothes.
But I'm gonna get at you in a minute.
Salute.
So